What's up, guys? Welcome back to the International 7 European Qualifier. We have Singularity going up against Planet Dog. As far as those team names are concerned, Planet Dog, I think, is pro Dota, or like they were recently pro Dota, and they just decided to keep the PD tag and then name it something else. I think. I'm not 100%. I'm just like kind of spitballing there. So you should recognize a good portion of these players. They came through. I think this team was the second open bracket team, maybe the first one of them. So yeah, they're a pretty solid group of players for sure. You recognize J4, you recognize Milan, Kieser, 33 is the Kun, if that helps at all, though he's been going by 33 for a long time. I'm going to call him that as obviously because it's tagged up as that. Swift Ending is here. And on the Singularity side, these guys have been playing together forever, like actually forever. So yeah, they're all from, where are they from? Oh man, I forgot. Really?
Dire team pick.
Night Stalker.
I'll remember it in a little bit. I don't remember where they're all from, but they're all from the same place. They've played together forever. Definitely a solid team. As of right now, Planet Dog is 2 win, 1 loss. Singularity is 2 win, 0 loss. So yeah, definitely heating up these results. And with those results, these two teams, definitely some teams to watch. I'm Mike Lowe's going to be casting this game for all of you beautiful people out there on stream in the VODs, maybe. There's those people too, guys. They're people. Just because they can't tune in at the right time doesn't mean they're not people. We got people in Dota TV as well. Shout out to all you guys out there. And we have ourselves a draft. Quick look at the bans. Ooh, we have an interesting set of bans for sure. Not a lot of Treant first ban happening nowadays. I think Nyx is one of the most broken heroes in the game right now. Although teams view him as more of a situational pick. Clockwork and Bat, all well warranted. Noteworthy absent ban is the Bristleback. That is not a Bristleback. I thought it would be, but you know, it's another strength hero that is kind of just gonna smork you in the face. So I guess the bases are covered there for Singularity. Bristleback is the you know, I would say big one that's not currently banned out. But Puck Lycan, it's an interesting opening for the Singularity side. I'm a little bit more of a fan of Puck first. Just because of the versatility of the hero. We've seen, I think mostly it's EG playing Puck in the off lane, but the flexibility that you get from having a Puck first pick and then kind of having that guessing game afterwards is quite nice. Like, you can pick it up and then the enemies are like, okay, well, Puck's going to be in mid lane, Puck's going to be in mid lane, and then at the final pick you pick up an OD and then suddenly the Puck's going towards the off lane, and that could just screw up the entirety of the opponent's thinking. And also when you have a Lycan on your team with the Puck, you'll be able to jump in very confidently as that Puck with the Blink Dagger and the Orb and you know, all of that range that you have. And at the same time, you'll have someone to follow up with you since Lycan just is that fast of a hero. So it is a duo that you don't really see picked 1-2 all that often, simply because Lycan is viewed more so as a situational carry, more so than a solid first pick. You'll pick him up and you'll be happy every single time. The hero is definitely playable, for sure, and you just need to make sure you have enough crowd control effects to go along with him, and as far as that's concerned, Puck is one of the best, if not the best. Definitely in the top tier. We'll say A tier, not quite S tier, because I don't know who's in S tier. I haven't given it that much thought. Planet Dog, on the other hand, get the Darkseer along with their Night Stalker. Vision for sure, but also going to have a nice little Darkseer combo with that Night Stalker. If you're going to be playing aggressively, now going into a Lycan is tough. If you're just going to try to grind him out in lane, his base damage is very high, his health is very high. In a fist fight with a Lycan, not many heroes are expected to win. Double Ion Shell can and will change that. Singularity will probably have to worry about that Lycan somewhat. Between Wolves and just extra regen, maybe get another hero with Lycan, you should be fine up against Darkseer by himself. So you won't have to worry about that too much. But Planet Dog, first pick Night Stalker, I think, is probably like one of the safest ways to go. The pool of like viable 4-position heroes is pared down quite a bit nowadays. Bounty Hunter is much rarer. Monkey King is pretty much dead. I kind of like seeing Monkey King. I like seeing Monkey King, but I hate playing against and with Monkey King. So yeah, there's that. But Night Stalker is definitely on the top echelon of those 4 positions right now. Definitely like number 1 or number 2 in that regard. Singularity. What is going on here? Ancient Apparition. Now, Ancient Apparition, in my opinion, is the awesomest hero in Dota. I love this hero to death. But I also think he's kind of a trash can. I don't really think he's that good. You have to work really hard to make him work. And if you are expected to go up against a lot of healing, right now you have a mechanism build up on the Darkseer, you know, so you get some value out of that ultimate, you will probably be better off picking up another hero because it requires you warp your entire draft around the AA, else he kind of sucks. Now, the way to do that is by getting a lot of control, and again, Puck is going to be the hero to do that. A Darkseer very frequently works very well with Ancient Apparition, looking at a Faceless Void, perhaps, as the pick for Singularity. If they want to kind of play a little bit risky with their lanes, maybe Void safe lane, Puck off lane, like in mid, something along those lines, just to get that degree of control so that the Ancient Apparition ultimate can land. You also do want to have heroes that, if you can, are ranged. Right, they're all from Poland. Shout out to the chat for notifying me that there are, in fact, all from Poland. That's Singularity are all from Poland, guys. Confirmed here on Beyond Summit 3. You would want ranged heroes or heroes that are very frequently going to just right-click. Like a Clockwork is not a hero that you want because he can set up, but he also doesn't really right-click a lot. Same thing as like a Darkseer. You want heroes that are more than happy to right-click, such as a Lycan. So you have good enough targets to give that Chilling Touch to, but they do have to worry about him just getting ground to bits by Darkseer, Ion Shells, and Night Stalkers. It's not fun playing an Ancient Apparition against Night Stalker. Let me be the first to tell you guys.
10 seconds.
I mean, unlike a CM, who's like an ice hero, Ancient Apparition is actually made of ice. And Night Stalker is pretty good at busting through that. Another ice hero for Singularity, it's the Tusk. Now, this is going to make the Ancient Apparition pick a little bit better. This is an interesting way to go for sure. They will have a little bit of extra control coming out from their own fort position. I appreciate the abundance of Tusk picks we're seeing nowadays. Definitely a lot more common of a hero. But they have a hero that will be able to set up for a lot of extra right clicks with the Chilling Touch in the early stages. And that's the really big issue. In the early stages, Chilling Touch, you got to make sure whenever you pop it, you actually get use of it. Can you see that? Yeah, you can. The cooldown is pretty high. So if you waste it, if you turn it on, the enemies just turn around and run, you feel pretty bad, because in that 50-second downtime, you're completely stone useless. But the Tusk will actually activate it, so I like that pick for Singularity quite a bit. Planet Dog, on the other hand, pick up a Bane and a Dragon Knight. The Dragon Knight matchups looking pretty clean across the board. The cut of the regeneration from the Ancient Apparition is going to be somewhat annoying for the DK as well as the Bane. So the ultimate from Ancient Apparition and the Ancient Apparition in general is just getting stronger and stronger with these picks from Planet Dog. But this is signifying that Planet Dog, at least me, they want to just go aggro. They want to just say, okay, screw you, Lycan. You can split push, that's fine. We're going to beat you in a race every single time. Now, in that regard, they deemed a pretty heavy right clicker for their last pick. Juggernaut seems like a reasonable hero to have, although there aren't really many safe laners that will just outright beat a Lycan.
Reserve time.
They don't really have any saves. Like Bane, I guess, maybe with Nightmare, buys you a couple of seconds. They really need just like someone who's really gonna lay it in as the last pick. Troll Warlord, there you go. Troll Warlord actually has a pretty good chance at beating Lycan in a 1v1 if it comes to it. I mean, obviously this is not a 1v1 game. That's just not how the game works. But Troll has the advantage of that mischance, and that turns the tides in his favor, and a couple bashes here and there. It works out pretty well. Especially when you have a DK on your team as well. You get that Battle Trance synergy, and you can tear down structures like nobody's business. Singularity, they will have to fight over that, and they do have, for the most part, the right heroes to do it. The Puck, the Ancient Apparition is Ice Blast. Lycan is a hero that doesn't really need a lot to get going in the fights. You can start fighting very early on, so this is a aggressively slanted draft from Planet Dog, and Singularity, I think, do have enough defensive power to defend their structures or race for additional objectives when it really matters. That Abaddon ban from Planet Dog, protecting the Bane a little bit, thinking that maybe this Puck is just going to be locked in towards mid, which is not a given right now. With the DK pickup and the Troll Warlord pickup as the only two really viable mid lane heroes for Planet Dog, that means that the Lycan can go mid, and he will have a perfectly fine time. Even with Night Stalker roaming around, even with Bane, he should be able to do okay. So they can afford to put like a Lycan mid, a Puck in the off lane, and then grab I'm a Faceless Void, maybe. Maybe that's a little bit too slow. Probably not Faceless Void here. Maybe just someone with a little extra magic damage. You can get an Ursa and really lay it into Planet Dog. Put the Ursa in the mid lane or the safe lane, and kind of have him and the Lycan kind of swap back and forth and be that double threat. That's certainly viable, I would say. You can go Razor. Razor banned out? Razor's not banned out. Razor will actually thrash Planet Dogs so badly. That's terrifying. If Singularity pick up a Razor right now, ooh. I don't think it's better than the Razor. I think Razor is actually like the best possible pick because DK or Troll Warlord without right-click damage are absolutely useless. It's like, hey, you have 2,000 HP and 50 armor, but you do no damage, so I'm just gonna ignore you, lol. Kill your entire team, then kill you last. Doom is the pick for Singularity, and there are not many teams in the EU region that will experiment with Doom. More of a America's pick, and even then it's very rare. But Doom is a hero that Singularity as a team have played definitely a lot more than others. How good is he here? I don't think he's very good here. Like, I mean, Doom, the way you gotta look at Doom, especially since it looks like he's gonna be getting a little farm, is how good is his ultimate Doom? If you get it off onto a DK, then it's kind of a coin flip because you could be mid-cast animation and he pops his ultimate and then you ulti a DK that's already in dragon form and you do very little. If you slap it onto a Darkseer, that's pretty high value. Troll Warlord doesn't really care all that much. It's kind of mediocre. He doesn't offer a lot of lockdown necessary to really make a Puck or an Ancient Apparition kind of combo off. I'm not really sure if I'm a big fan of this hero. I think they probably could have just went for a little more of a guaranteed shutdown hero. And it's weird saying like Doom isn't a guaranteed shutdown hero, but the shutdown that he has with his ultimate, his namesake Doom, is such a high cooldown that it's just like so finicky. Like, yeah, sometimes it'll be the most ridiculous spell in the world. Other times you'll miss it completely because the DK gets his ultimate off and then you Doom him, and then it's really awkward from there. So I think this is kind of unnecessary risk from Singularity. But at the same time, I'm not really sure if they have the players that are comfortable enough to do what I was suggesting before. So, I mean, maybe it's just like a player preference type thing. And that's something that I, unfortunately, do not have any further insight on. But either way, going to be loading out into the lanes for the Planet Oh My Dog side. He got 33 on his Darkseer. I feel like he's always playing Darkseer. Am I wrong? It seems like that. He's always a Darkseer and he's always a Bat Rider. Milan is going to be on the Night Stalker. Keyser is on the DK. We got J4 handling the very scary looking Bane. Swift ending on the Troll Warlord. On the other end for Singularity Patos. There is a chance, a pretty high chance, that these are not the pronunciations for the Singularity team. Patos, I'm not really sure if that's right. I'm pretty sure it's not, but you guys are going to have to deal with it. Nisha, I'm pretty sure is right. Playing the Puck. Exotic Deer is on the Lycan. Elisash is on the Ancient Apparition, and I think it's Catcher. I have no clue. I don't know. I've heard so many people say you're wrong if I say like Caster or whatever, but they never tell me how to pronounce it correctly. They're just like, you're wrong. Like, okay, thanks for that. I guess now I know I'm wrong. That doesn't actually help at all. Kasor? Is it 1 Catcher, 2 Kasor, or 3 something completely different? Please type the exact phonetics in the chat right now. But the Doom right now is going to be just looking for a neutral creep. Centaur is not really what you want. The stun is kind of nice if you're on the roam, but even then you'd kind of rather have the Mud Golem boulders because it actually does damage. Going up towards the top lane is going to be kind of unpleasant. Swift ending as the Troll can definitely bully him out of lane. But speaking of bullying out of lane, 33 is just straight dead on bottom. Chilling touch and ice shards. It hurts like hell. He did go for Iron Shell level 1, pretty standard stuff for the Darkseer. But yeah, the Chilling Touch is one of the most powerful level 1 spells in the game, even when it's only applied to 2 heroes. And Keyser used to play with the crew from Mouse. He used to be on the Greek stack, I think. That was a long time ago though, so I'm not really sure how relevant that is. He's gonna be playing 1v1 versus Nisha, and this is a matchup that DK should for the most part survive in until it's not a 1v1. And when a Tusk comes in and offers those shards up against kind of a clunky melee hero with not much movement speed, then things get really bad. But in a 1v1 in a vacuum versus Nisha, even with this Howl, you should be able to survive as a DK, but already we have this Tusk doing a lot. Roaming over towards mid lane, very gankable this DK. Going in towards the Darkseer, a little bit less gankable once he hits level 2, and he should have that pretty soon. But this Tusk so far, doing a good job. And the more pressure the Tusk applies, the less Singularity will need their Ancient Apparition, so the more farm he's able to get. And really, as Ancient Apparition, you just are in a race for level 6. That's how he works. You just, first thing you do, race to level 6. Everything after that is optional. We can see they're just waiting for the DK to walk up to this creep wave. Heezer has spotted them move in, I would imagine. There's a way that they could have gotten here without being spotted, but I don't think they took that path. So he is going to give this thing quite a bit of respect. Now has second point in Dragon Blood. So that extra armor is going to be quite a nice asset up against Tusk. Who, I mean, he does a lot of damage because he sets up for a lot of right clicks with his spells. But he doesn't actually do a lot of right click damage himself. He's going to snowball in though towards J4. There's a Nightmare here on the Bane plus level 1 Brain Sap. Whirling Axis from Swift Ending, not really going to help out all too much. J4 is going to get the Nightmare off, and he will put the Tusk to sleep. Will be pulled off by the Doom. Swift Ending cannot 2v1 these heroes. He just doesn't do that much damage to burn through, what is it, like, yeah, 1,000 HP worth of hero. Troll just can't do it. And that will be another successful rotation here from this Tusk. Ancient Apparition's up here as well. I'm not really sure why he's here. I guess they don't need the help for Exotic Deer. 33 is messing with the Lycan because he can. You do this pretty much with impunity. Lycan cannot punish at all, really. Even when he's level 6, it's hard to punish as a Lycan. But this Tusk right now is definitely winning Singularity the game. I don't really want to rail on the Doom pick all that much, but it does seem like if they really want to make the Doom work, they have to get kind of in an advantageous position and then kind of just snowball forward with the Doom, make him like an unkillable regen monster. Then, like, at that point, it's just a hero that's really tanky and does a lot of damage, regardless of what hero he actually is. And Tusk is doing exactly what he needs to do in order to make that happen. See, if this is how the Doom is going to play, like, with impunity, then that's fine, man. It all works out. Elisash is going to arrive. I don't think he can actually help out. Oh, the shards will protect Patos from the melee right clicks, and it actually lets him get away. Oh my god, you monster, Tusk. He's going to snowball out toward Milan, taking a lot of damage himself. He'll try to fly over the trees. Shockwave, though, from Patos will get the kill. They lose the Ancient Apparition for it. They may lose the Tusk as well. He has another set of shards here. Oh, the right clicks. He doesn't have enough. Now the shards will be thrown out for a little bit extra damage. Swift Ending still taking some tower shots. And is there another Shockwave? No, there's no mana. There's a Mango. Hadouken. Oh, is that enough? Oh, with the snowball, it definitely is. Hadouken confirmed. Oh my god, Tusk, you monster. Kakor? I have Kakor as the Tusk pronunciation, I think. I don't know. Katzor. That was some of the most impressive display of ice shards and Tusk that I've ever seen. And I'm being told it's pronounced Katzor. So there you go. Tusk the god Katzor. Just absolutely demolishing Planet Dog's top lane. And he's going to look for a little bit more. He's getting this Ancient Apparition, a little bit of action as well. Coil dropped onto Keezer. Milan is here, but this is a Night Stalker. He can't do shit against this. Maybe with an Ion Shell he can, but he's still taking a lot of right-click damage. Shards are cooling down. He's going to try to go after Nisha. Not going to do enough. And now the right-click's going back the other way. Orb through. Nisha's going in ham. Maybe not that ham. Sniped. Oh, okay, it was a raindrop, okay? I was like, that didn't do any damage. What the hell? Raindrop, pretty good item. Katzor. I don't know. Everyone's trying to explain to me how to pronounce his name. I'm gonna say it's Katzor right now, but I definitely need to learn it because he is just stomping Planet Dog with no mercy. Keep in mind that this is, oh, mischance. Oh, Keezer's getting baited so far in. He just needs one more right click. He can't find it. And Nisha's gonna live, and now here comes Katzor, the god, with the return kill. And they keep Nisha alive because he missed that uphill mischance. Oh my god. Patos is going to chase them all out. You can't stop him. J4 is going to try to brain sap his way to freedom. The orb's going to come through though. He can't even get to the shrine. Milan is here. But again, he's just a Night Stalker. He's supposed to be the one playing aggressively at 7 minutes in the game. But he is just forced to make kind of desperate life-saving rotations that aren't even working. He'll void Nisha. Is that level 1? That is level 1. That didn't do jack. And now he's going to get coiled. Katzer is still here. Level 2 on his spells. Shards will get, I think, blocked by a range up again, or just not do enough damage because it's weird. But Milan still will die. Oh my god. This guy, 2-0 and 7. 100% kill participation. And keep in mind, guys, this entire game played by Singularity, this entire time, it's 4v5. Exotic Deer is in this game as well. Like, he is having the time of his life. 33 is getting some okay CS, but not really willing to stick around this bottom lane. Exotic Deer is level frickin' 8 with the Hand of Midas on the way. And Singularity are just dominating the map without needing their 5th hero. He has some impact, I suppose, this Howl bonus. It's not nothing. But they are getting resounding wins on all 3 of their lanes. 33 is an irrelevant Darkseer for right now. Will need a lot of time to recover. And Katsur is just stomping every lane he goes to. And this is that advantageous start I was talking about. At this point, Doom is just a hero with 1,000 HP that's just going to run at you. And sometimes that is just good enough. No one can actually challenge him. Like, if he's all alone, then yeah, they can kill him. But, I mean, Swift Ending's lane is no longer safe. He's forced to jungle now. And Teaser, uh-oh, hit with the coil. J4 is here for a little bit of assistance. Has a Nightmare, will miss it as Nisha does go phase shift. Takes a Dragon Tail and a Nightmare though. Nisha not taking enough damage here. The layering is really bad and the Brain Sap still won't kill. They bring down the DK. Now it's Swift Ending and 33's arrival. They have to fall back. I don't think they can actually go for this. They'll try to go for catcher. Oh, the shards again! Are you kidding me? What? Look at this. Look at all of this spam in the chat. That explains more perfectly than I ever can how well this Tusk is playing. Holy crap. Well, shards are ridiculously broken when in the hands of a stone cold professional. Oh my god. It's 10-1 and Planet Dog, they are struggling. They are trying their darndest to get anything. They couldn't even kill the puck. They've almost killed the puck like 3 times now, but Nisha somehow is escaping every single time. The DK is gonna kind of get screwed out because of right-click missed chances, but I mean that happens, whatever. But Night Stalker so far done 0. J4 has done less than 0. And these aren't heroes that, like, after a certain threshold will suddenly be really good in the game. If they are behind... What the hell? What? Come on, bro. What is that? What the hell is this? I don't know why that range creep just did that, but it just blew this gank from Singularity. They'll still take the tower, though, because Exotic Deer is just that stacked. But the gank is blown, and top lane is not safe for Planet Dog. Bottom lane is safe, though. Swift Ending will go down there. And the great thing about Troll Warlord items is that they're typically very cheap to build up. Okay, my bad, missed it. They went in for Keezer one more time. And of course, God Katzer is just going to grab that kill, no big deal. Nightmare onto the Ancient Apparition. J4 is in a pretty healthy spot right now. Is there a live shrine? There isn't, but they're finally able to focus down Nisha. Phase shift, jaunt out. Well, the shards will go down. Nisha will still fall. Catcher finally is going to die as well. Patos has doomed up 33 in a corner. Will chase down the Night Stalker. This is not where you want to be. Deny. Oh, a sick deny from J4 up on the high ground. But that, of course, is going to give his position over to the Lycan. They'll decide against it. They finally bring down the God of Tusk. But he's level 6 at this point, and still it costs them 3 kills. So, I mean, yeah, you got him. Was it worth it? Probably still worth it, honestly. just to stick it to him. And it also is worth it because Swift Ending was on the bottom lane, kind of cleaving that one out. But again, troll build-ups, we could see he's going for Yasha, he's going for Vlad's. These items are cheap as hell to build. Like 1,000 gold is the most expensive thing. That's nothing for a one position hero. He'll be able to still get his items up. The concern now is that for Planet Dog is that Singularity, they've played their 4v5. They've been winning their 4v5, but it's about time to turn into a 5v5. Like, Exotic Deer joined the fight last time to mixed results because he was a little bit late, but, you know, whatever, that happens. With an armlet on the way, he will be ready to tango, and, man, he can mess you up. Not going to mess around with any dogs. Just going to go for the solo Lycan. Oh, Elisash, though, caught by Milan. 33 is going to drop the wall only onto Katzer. Snowball in onto everyone with the coil there. The bull over the Bane. Swift ending dropping very low as well, though they will focus down the Tusk. Patos, his regen is extremely high right now. Exotic Deer is not shapeshift. He does not have that available. They'll Hadouken in the back. Swift ending killed off by the orb. They will find the Lycan, focus him down as well. As Planet Dog make a really good rally in this mid lane, able to focus down one hero at a time while absorbing this damage from the Puck and the Doom all the while. And you gotta remember that even though they have been having an absolute nightmare of a time, they are still working with very, very tanky heroes. So if Singularity are not able to instantly get those kills, they will be baited more and more and more. And then during that time, you get Ion Shell damage stacking up, you have illusions, you have more rounds of spells. Just the tankiness of Planet Dog can carry them through it if they actually land some good spells.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
And that's exactly what we saw in the last fight. Now, tankiness can only get you so far once the Lycan actually gets a damage item or has an ultimate to fight with. Then things will be a lot different because Singularity will actually have real damage output.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
But, I mean, that was just the right time to fight. The shapeshift cooldown is actually quite long. Milan, Batman, is going to find a Tusk who's all alone. Alright, Katzer. Can you live for 13 seconds? Those shards are a little bit off. Jukes into the trees. Okay, get vacuum back. There goes all of his trees. He'll Walrus Punch. Here comes the Ice Ball. The Blammo. Nah. It wasn't going to happen anyway. 33 will TP out. Milan, though, has a dog on his tail. Vampires versus werewolves. Exotic Deer. Can't sniff him out, though. You would think with being a wolf, you would be able to just smell him, right? Apparently not. He gets into the trees. He gets out of there. Meantime, Swift Ending's pushing up towards top lane. Singularity, a monstrous lead in the early phase, but really to no end. And now the grip. Where are you going, Doom? Now's not the time for fear. That comes later. Tower down. Patos down. That's oh my god, a 7-kill spree for the troll. Suddenly this game is turned right around. I mean, so they find Elisash as well, who for some reason is over here. That is not a good place for an ancient apparition to be. And just like that, Planet Dog are not in the driver's seat, but are not getting rolled over either. They actually we have ourselves a real match. And it will get better and better as their items pick up. I mean, Singularity having picked the Doom is an okay last pick for sure, but it definitely isn't the mid-game where he's the strongest hero possible. Shards will keep Milan out of this engagement. Snowball in. Katzer will Walrus Punch now, still saving Nietzsche. And once again, the Tusk delivers. They freeze the DK with the cold feet, point blank Ice Ball straight to the dome, and turn things around, saving Nisha for the 5th time in this game, and get 2 kills, and still without their Lycan. So I guess the moral of this story is that you don't need Lycan to win the game. Like, if Lycan just leaves, I'm pretty sure Singularity will just all go into Super Saiyan mode and just win the game automatically. That's what I've noticed from this game so far. It's conclusive at this point. It really is. Puck now has Veil and Blink. The Lycan has the armlet done, right? Is this the armlet done? Yeah, this is Blink Dagger. This is armlet. Yep. And Doom working on his Blink Dagger as well. These fights have not really been your conventional fights with a Puck, like, you know, initiating on someone with coil and then everyone converging. Been a lot of turnarounds thanks to this Tusk. And now that these initiation items are coming up from Singularity slowly but surely, they'll have more options moving forward. Planet Dog are still very much so in it. Troll Warlord Swift Ending, you can see with his ease of item buildup. Already with the Vlad's, Yasha, Sanj on the way. Everyone else may struggle a little bit. This DK, I'm the most concerned about, because DK just is a hero that kind of needs to snowball if you're going to have success. He doesn't farm well enough. They don't have control over their jungle or their ancients in order to kind of get him super steroided up in farm. If your head is in DK, then you can still be a relevant damage dealer. But at this stage in the game, like, he has drums, power treads, he doesn't actually do a lot of damage. And I'm not really sure how he gets damage either. Certainly not by picking up a Blink Dagger. If he's going to pick up a Blink Dagger, then he's just resigning himself to just being a kind of a clockwork hero. Looks like he's going to go straight BKB, or at least Ogre Club. So yeah, that's the concern for the DK, is that he's behind, and it's really hard for DK that is behind to get back into it. I don't think I actually like this BKB. I think at this point, if you're DK, if Planet Dog have the right read on this game, the right item is Midas. Like, I hate to say that because I don't think Midas as an item should ever be recommended like that, but oh, Pathos. They're all clumped up. This is really awkward positioning for Planet Dog. Shards will not form a tight wall, and they will kill the god. Oh, they vacuum back Nisha as well. The coil, though, lands on a 4. Ice Blast in the Swift ending. Now they've isolated the Doom with the grip. Swift ending, though, very weak. Will get munched down by the dog, who's now coming in doing a lot of DPS, but he's losing a lot of his backup. And Talktier's got to bail out of here. Gets Nightmare. Woken up very quickly, though, and still will fall to the poison damage of the DK. Elisash now trying to hide behind his tower. Puck's going to jump back in, do what he can, but he's fighting up against a DK and a hero with a hood. That's just never going to work. Nisha and Elisash both in a really rough spot. They found the Ancient Apparition. Fire is good against ice, as we all know. Here comes the god. Here comes Katzer. Can he do it by himself? Not when he's met with the Dragon Tail. And just right-click down. Nisha is the target instead. They're going to focus on him, try to get the puck. He'll blink out. He'll be fine, but Katzer will not. Keezer grabs a triple kill, rather. Once again, Nisha back in, but everyone's DPing out. He has nothing. He gets nothing, and Planet Dog are bringing this game back. They're still chasing after this Dragon Knight. They do veil him, they do doom him, and they should be able to get that kill, breaking a 3-kill spree of the DK. But even though that wasn't factored into this, it's still a huge gold swing in favor of Planet Dog. They were able to just take them one at a time. Singularity. The Lycan feeling confident enough to just run on in, needs the backup there, needs the Doom there immediately. Kind of just be two bulky bodies in the front lines in order to focus those heroes down. Really awkward space to fight. The coil landed onto 4. The Ice Blast, though, only landed onto 1. Like, the coil was back here, the Ice Blast was over here. And at that point, wall goes up, and you can't really do anything. Really, really hard to outrace the entirety of Planet Dog when they're focusing you down one at a time. There's really good focus fire from the Planet Dog side. Singularity, they've lost a lot of their steam. Their farm state, though, is still pretty good. They just need to find a little bit more of a scattered fight. That's really where they excel. If Planet Dog are able to rally all around one another in a 5v5, they're going to be favored. But if Singularity are able to just find some random guy, doom assertively, then they'll be able to take his team fight still. It's definitely not over. That last couple of kills, though, for the DK, doing wonders for him. The Ogre Club dropped him down to like 0 gold. Now he's right back up to 1,000. EKB on the way. Singularity, they don't have a Doom yet, so I don't really think they can do anything right now. The cooldowns on Planet Dog are fairly low. They're looking for it. Unfortunately, this Invis rune grabbed by the Doom is not actually doing anything right now. If you grabbed it 10 seconds later, it would be doing something. Uh-oh, this is a bad idea. Tusk is gonna roll in. Walrus Punch onto 33. Gets the pipe off. Takes no damage from the Ice Blast. And Planet Dog are right around the corner. Vacuum Wall onto everybody with the Breathe Fire over the top as well. And they're just going to melt up against all the illusions. That's 2 down immediately. Katzer and Exotic Deer have got to run. And they will fall. Well, Exotic Deer won't. Elisash broken out of his TP with the Void. And that is what 33 needed to do. You focus down. You initiate onto a Darkseer. Come at the Darkseer, you better not miss. And they hit all their spells to their credit, but he has a pipe. he is a very, very tanky hero to kill off. And they don't have enough crowd control to kill him off before he's able to get the vacuum combo. That was textbook. Vacuum wall onto 4, damage reduction onto those 4 as well with the breathe fire. Absolutely ridiculous. And that is going to give Planet Dog yet another resounding win, and Roche, and a disconnect. Wow. Singularity, it does seem like they just don't have enough. They just don't have enough damage, it seems. Like, the Puck is doing his job perfectly. He's landing the coils, right? The coils have been, like, on 3-4 heroes pretty consistently, and that's way above average. Ancient Apparition just can't do all that much. He drops his spells and that's it, and Katzer, of course, is playing like a god. There was no Doom in that fight, and it seems like this hero being in the fray is just not doing enough from an offlane standpoint. Like, the Doom wandered in and just got obliterated. The Darks got initiated upon and turned things around and probably did the most damage in that entire fight. And gave them good positioning. Singularity, they, again, should not really be looking for these full 5-on-5. They want 5v1s. They want 4v1s. They want to get pickoffs. And this is kind of where I'm gonna once again question this Doom pick. I mean, obviously they couldn't pick up Darks here because he was already picked. You can't do that. But could they have gotten a different hero to kind of accelerate them even more? Try to get like an Ursa up against that DK in the mid lane? I think that would have been pretty damn solid. Could they have been a little bit more assertive in their initiation from the offlane standpoint? Pick up a Magnus or a Beastmaster or a Centaur? Some of those heroes may have been banned out, but you know, just spitballing here. Or a Nyx Assassin. I feel like those type of heroes, the ones that are able to really assertively start those team fights by themselves, will really be good at as far as picking off those Planet Dog heroes, and then taking the team fight afterwards is clearly no big deal for Singularity. Doom does have a Blink Dagger, but even if you do Blink Doom on someone, say you find some random guy in the woods, Blink Doom him, you don't kill him. As opposed to a Centaur or a Clockwork or a Nyx Assassin, assuming you have like some heroes there, you blink, you stun them, then you instantly kill them. Doom takes a little while longer because his ultimate, though it does ultimately do a lot of damage, it doesn't do it quickly. So it takes a long time to get those kills. Makes it really, really awkward, guys. Extremely awkward for Singularity. You can see, like, they had such a nice lead. I mean, the lead isn't really reflected in gold and experience quite as much as in momentum. Like, it's really in the momentum, the fact that they locked down this Night Stalker from having any sort of early game impact, locked down the DK from pushing towers very early on, which is exactly what he wants to do. They were on the right foot, but now they're going up against a troll with what items? S and Y complete, and of course that double life. The DK, he is right behind the Puck. What the hell happened to Puck's farm? Okay, he just killed the entirety of the top wave. They were very close until Puck did that. DK's remaining competitive in farm. The Darks here, you can see he doesn't have the most farm, but it doesn't matter because he's just able to land those spell combos.
The wages of fear.
Planet Dog should be feeling pretty good. Does Night Stalker have something here? Swift Ending, Keyser, Milan. Yeah, he has a Sanj. He's going for that Halberd. Let me tell you something. What Lycan wants to do during his ultimate is attack things. You can't attack things if you're disarmed.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's top tower
Some
is
pro
under
level
attack.
analysis right there, right?
Dire's structures
Write that
are
down,
fortified.
put it on the fridge. Having Halberd is good against auto attackers, guys. I bet you didn't know. Tower on the bottom lane will be destroyed. Swift Ending again. Can destroy towers like nobody's business. The rest of the Planet Dog side, I assume smoked, yes.
Dire's top
If
tower
they were paying
is under
attention,
attack.
they should have known. But I don't think they were, because what kind of player pays attention to that? Smoke intercept is not going to be perfect. Already we have 2 TPs out. 33 is going to start surging in. Everyone else is leaving. And smoke will fail. A little bit slow on the incoming for Planet Dog. We'll still ultimately get them a tier 2 for nothing. So it's still a good trade for them. J4 glimmering in. Yeah, they're just going to use this Aegis for a little bit of convincing map control. Look at this adaptation here from the Darkseer. He went Pipe first, obviously, had that for a while. And now he's going to go for a Crimson. So, I mean, normal Darkseer stuff is you go for Mech first into Guardian Greaves, with occasionally the Pipe being first. Like, that really depends on the matchups. But this is respect for the Ancient Apparition. Obviously, Mech doesn't do jack when you're hit by that chill effect. So, yeah. Keep your eyes open for these adaptation guys. Adaptations. You gotta remember those matchups. Another tier 2 though. Swift Ending and Keyser. Smash that one. DKB up on the DK. And I believe this Dragon form was Arcane Runed. Looks like it. So yeah, he's gonna have another one pretty soon. So far, 2 towers claimed within the duration of this Aegis. Ooh, Earthshaker would have been a nice one for Singularity's offlane. I would have been a pretty big fan of that. Up against all these melee heroes, that would have kick ass. Singularity are going out. And what they want to run into is just one guy. Literally any one guy they're happy with. They're not going to do it though. They're going to run into the vast majority of the Planet Dog team. The person in the front, the tankiest hero with Magic Immunity, is the last person they want to run into. If they try to crowd around the DK, then they will get sufficiently punished, because there is so much backup here. The line is drawn. There are no dire observer wards or anything like that in the area. Snowball coming in. From that angle, they should know where the AA is. If they're paying attention. They're just making sure, Planet Dog, that they're always going to be within blinking distance of one another. This is somewhat cutting into their farm capacity, but it is still well worth it. Uh-oh. Cats get spotted. Doesn't matter, he's got the shards. Get a piece out of there. Apparently Swift Ending didn't see the TP out either. But the Aegis should be being reclaimed soon. So it's about time for Planet Dog to kick into high gear here. When you pick up an Aegis, you want to kind of sit back on it for the majority of its duration. Then when it's about to time out, then that's when you make your play. And I guess the play should be just bulldoze this tier 2. It's obviously not that strong right now, so it shouldn't really take that much effort. Planet Dog... Are they waiting for any item in particular? AC is way too far. Crimson is up. That's an item worth waiting for. And Darkness level 2. Okay, it's time to mess around. They're looking for some pretty big items. AC on DK is going to be a backbreaker. You cannot kill anyone on the Planet Dog side once that comes up. It's gonna be so tough. But it's also very slow incoming because DK doesn't farm well. Aghanim Scepter, kind of the same deal with Night Stalker. An amazing item to have, but such an impossible item to get. Still with the gem, just locking down the map, keeping the enemies blind, will restrict their farm, and ultimately Planet Dog, in this game state, doing pretty well in their farm. Like, they're not actively winning in this phase, but they are not actively losing either. It's kind of a wash in this kind of downtime. Regular Darkness is here. And now is the time to use the rest of this Aegis timer. It's gone, never mind. Too late. Are they still gonna go for it? They have a DK with Battle Trance. They're just hoping that someone's gonna leave their base, but I don't think Singularity are that dumb. They have the dogs to scout out. The gem's not in the right area. They're gonna spam through. DK blinking in. Dragon Tail dodge though! Oh, get nerfed, DK. A couple of patches ago, that would have worked, but yeah, Dragon Tail does have a projectile. They were looking for a fight. They're not going to find it. They'll find a tower instead. And you know what? I'm pretty sure Planet Dog are going to be crying about that all the way to the bank. And we can see they're hanging around. Singularity know they're hanging around. Therefore, Singularity are terrified and really unwilling to leave their base. Except for, you know, Exotic Deer, who has to take this risk. And that means they're not farming. This is not a winning game state for Singularity. They have to break out of this somehow. They have to take a team fight. Are smokes still bugged in the caster spot? It says they have one. It says they have one also. It might be bugged still. It was bugged a while ago. I haven't checked. Smoking out, getting behind Planet Dog, picking off a Bane or something like that. That's what you got to do. We can see like Planet Dog are so hard to gank. There's so few opportunities. Swift Ending is going to separate, but he's very confident in his ability to survive because of a BKB, which is fresh still, I think, 10 seconds, yep. They just run into Nisha. Sickest bashes of all time. Nisha, spotted by a Night Stalker, crippling fear. This is a darkness crippling fear as well. Now shards can give Nisha a clean escape, and they're not willing to go up the high ground. Look at that restraint from Planet Dog. They know that if they go and get caught in this kind of tight quarters area, that's when the coil and the AA are just gonna wreck them. And of course the shards, if you get cut off, like with 2 guys over here and 3 guys over here, then that's just a lost fight. You can't win that. They are playing very, very carefully. Looks like this game is going to be pushed into the longer stages. I'm actually kind of surprised that Doom doesn't have more farm. Usually Dooms, even like 4-position Dooms, are close to the top of the net worth chart. He hasn't gone for a Midas in this game, just working with Devour, but still his farm is just okay. DK is actually only 400 behind Lycan. That is impressive. Of course, they've had complete map control the entire time. Patos going to blink right in. Maybe a little bit too far. Vacuum wall onto the Doom. Puck is in there as well. And the Snowball's going to save them for a couple of seconds. Roll in towards Keyser. And they're still going to take so much DPS. Now that Swift Ending has arrived, they're finally going to start dying. Off the backside, J4 is baiting back Exotic Deer with the Glimmer Cape, just wasting their time while the rest of the team deals with the heroes that matter. Ice Blast coming in. It's only going to connect onto 1. That was underwhelming. They actually didn't get Katsor or Doom. What the hell? Are they going to get anyone here? They surge forward. Keyser looking for Nisha, but he's a puck. It's not easy to catch up to that guy. And ultimately, just the Bane dies. I don't know what the hell happened there, but the coil definitely stopped them in their tracks. The BKB duration just ran out. Coil isn't agged or anything like that, but still, no BKB means you can't chase. So great disengage there from Singularity. But ultimately, like, BKB charges used, that's where it matters. And the BKBs actually aren't up yet on Singularity, so it's just going to cost Planet Dog just 1 charge of BKB. And a Bane. It's technically lost, but it's like so marginal, it doesn't really matter.
Almighty money.
If they're able to get those finishing blows on the Tusk, or this Doom, before the Tusk can come in and save, that would have been such a different fight. But again, that's where DK kind of suffers from lack of damage. He just doesn't do a lot of DPS. Unless he has a double damage rune, in which case, yes, he does. Swift Ending can solo Roche his lifesteal. They have True Sight Vision. They have level 2 Darkness up right now. Oh, not the dogs, Nisha. Just gonna mess with the Troll Warlord as much as he can. Swift Ending. Might need someone else to tank for a while here, because he's taking a lot of spam. And of course, just fighting Roche. It kind of hurts. They'll fall back. They have a shrine. Singularity are forced to stick around here. They do have bottom lane pushing for them. Top lane will be dealt by Nisha, so the side lanes are going to be pushing towards Planet Dog's base. If it is going to be a Roche standoff, Singularity will eventually win that. Gotta send those heroes out. Singularity, they should have enough damage and tank ability to clear Roshan pretty safely themselves. Though I'm not really sure if they're going to get the time of day. Smoke in, hoping to catch Swift Ending as he pushes out bottom lane. Looks like they will catch him. Swift ending immediately doomed. Can't BKB through that. And he's going to get Ice Blasted and he's going to fall. That is the pick-off that Singularity have been wanting for pretty much the entire game. A random Troll Warlord defending the side lanes, and now they'll go right back towards Roche. This Troll does not have a buyback either. And without the Troll Warlord, I don't believe Planet Dog have enough DPS to actually kill off a Doom or a Lycan or both of them. They have to let this go. That is a huge pick for Singularity, although Planet Dog are wrapping around. They have a vacuum, they have a wall, but they do not have a blink dagger, and it's going to get silenced. Darkseer on the outset. It's going to take a lot of damage. They're rolling with Snowball as well. Doom's going to arrive, but now the grip onto the Doom, and they vacuum wall onto 3 ultimate with Keyser, getting that splash damage hit. He's doing very little, though, to Patos. They will finally bring him down as Milan comes in from the back. J4, though, is beating himself. He'll go down as the wall is still in the middle of the fight. Katsur got baited in a little bit too far, and he will fall as well. Looks like the Dire Courier will die in the background. Exotic Deer trying to metamorph so he can get away. They'll say, okay, you can go, but AA, you're not going to leave. Double kill for 33. Puck is in the middle of the fight as well. He'll orb out. Exotic Deer has got to watch out. He is fast as hell, but Keyser has another Dragon Tail. Will land it. Do they have enough damage to kill off a Lycan? I'm not too sure. It's going to be close. He has the evasion. They don't have any True Strike or anything like that, but he has run out of his ultimate. They need another stun. They don't have it. The Void just now cooling down. And Nisha is still literally full HP, is going to orb in once more. Will dodge the Breathe Fire, still has to worry about the Dragon Tail. There it is, blocked by the Lincolns. Swift Ending is back, though. He is in Roche the entire time. Just kind of a rat play from the Troll Warlord. Coil, though, is back up online, kills Milan. Gem on the deck. There is another Dragon Tail, but it's melee range. Nisha grabs the gem. Dragon Tail? Oh, he dodges that one as well! What the hell? This Puck needs to calm the hell down. Swift Ending does get the Aegis in the end, but Nisha is just playing out of his mind right now. Holy crap. But is it good enough? They do pare down the lead of Planet Dog a little bit. Down to 3k now. And the Puck is going to style all over them. Does walk out of there with the gem, which is another big pickup. But they do lose Roche. Swift Ending does clean that one up in the end.
I'll take that.
I don't know. Plays like that are exactly what Singularity need. But at the same time, a Puck cannot win the game by those plays alone. It's impressive, but eventually you run out of mobility, you don't have the cooldowns, and you will get pinned down. Like if J4 was there, just it's all over, man. Nisha, that was an impressive display. It feels like Singularity are playing so well, but they're just battling up against their picks to win this game. That's never a good place to be. Nisha will get out of there. No gem, no second gem
Dire's middle tower is
on the
under
Planet
assault.
Dog side. Ooh, there was also a cheese on that Roche. That was the third one, apparently. DK has that. Killing off DK is still, like, pretty much an impossibility. Lycan's damage output is kind of high, but not high enough. Cooldown reduction ain't gonna help him. Ice Blasts coming in. Will tickle, I suppose. Ooh, they find a Puck. Puck orbed, I think. Will Yules himself, has a phase and a blink. Will blink off to the north. And they'll let the Puck go. They're looking to use this Aegis. They have a fresh Eye of Scotty. Keyser, Dragon Form is fresh as well. Swift Ending, we can see how much damage he's able to jump in. Doom, DK is locked down as well as Walrus punched up. I think they may be able to take him down, but at what cost? They lose Katsur. Swift Ending is not being dealt with either. And the coil does drop in the back line onto 3. Once again, perfectly placed Exotic Deer in the middle. Will munch down the Darkseer. Now looking for more. J4 trying to do what he can with the Nightmares and the Brain Sap. And Troll Warlord always disarmed. They don't have enough damage here. Swift Ending just isn't doing enough DPS with his item build. And he is going to get frozen into place. Silenced by the Puck. Beaten down. And will lose his first life. Milan on his way out will get lifted up. Nisha playing out of his mind still. I think they should be able to clean up everybody here as Milan can't escape this. Right? No, he'll go down. Now this chase is on for Swift Ending. He'll turn around, 2-shot Elisash. That's kind of embarrassing. Can they catch up to this Troll Warlord? Nisha does have a blink soon with the Yules. It's going to take him a long time to actually get there. Swift Ending is going to get spotted. But he's so fast with the Yasha build. I don't think I can kill him. They're chasing for it, man. Ooh, they're trying. Oh, Swift Ending's like, is there a rune? Nope, there's no rune there. Time to run. Yeah, Puck doesn't actually do a lot of damage. Man, look at this troll go. Gotta go fast, man. That is still Planet Dog running into some big problems as their DK, as much farm as he has, didn't have the right type of items on his person. Hyperstone is the right item for pushing a tower, but for a team fight where you're going to be focused, you would rather have the chainmail. Like, it's so much cheaper than Hyperstone, but it does so much more for you. Couldn't get the BKB off, I don't think, and just got munched down. And obviously when you're doomed, yeah, things are really awkward as your options just go down to 0. Nisha finds J4. Oh, grip. Almost.
Dire's bottom tower.
Planet Dog gonna go in for round 2. Walls back up. And Nisha coils everyone in the background. But this time there's no follow-up. Ice Blast gonna come in, and it will connect onto absolutely everyone. Bane is in the front for some reason. He's a big guy, but not that big. Exotic J now with the BKB is charging in. Very quickly realizes, hey, I should not be here. He's gonna charge out. A Swift Ending is gonna come in from the rear. Keezer looking for the puck. Can't catch up to him either. It will be a quick jump in, quick jump out. Kills off the Bane. Though Pato still on the run. He has a gem, and Milan is hot on his tail. Does have visual confirmation. Get voided out of your TP. He's going to pop his BKB, but this is a troll we're talking about here with an Eye of Scotty. Plus a Dragonite, pretty much the same thing with his Elder Dragon form. Frost style. Not going to go anywhere. And once again, the gem is back into the clutches of Planet Dog. Is this the same gem? Looks like it is. So, Bane for Doom. Not a good trade. Doom does have a buyback right now, but Planet Dog do not need their Bane, especially when they're going to get the Tusk kill. God Katzer is going to go down here. There is a coil. He's going to get Force Staff down. Oh, he is going to survive, actually. He doesn't. Who has the Force Staff? It was Elisash. Sick push by his friendly, but oh, Puck got left behind. Oh, no. Now, as great as Tusk has been playing, he's not worth sacrificing your Puck over. Now with 2 heroes down, the gates are wide open. They're going to go in anyway, 5v4, 5v3. They're more than happy to go in. Keezer does not have an Elder Dragon form just yet, but Swift Ending, he's a Troll Warlord. He can push down towers by himself if needed. Not Darkness either. This is Planet Dog pretty much at their weakest. Everyone's back up for Singularity. Jump in. They get the Doom onto the Troll Warlord. Coil once again onto 3. Ice Blast coming in as well. They get the grip onto the Lycan, it looks like, will be cancelled by the Yule Scepter. And in the midst of everything, it's going to be the Troll Warlord with the Doom on him, who has to back out, gets caught by the shards, and will get picked off. Keezer now fighting up against the World, will try to kill off the God Tusk. It's going to be close to the wall dropping. They will take him down. Keezer refusing to go down, has the cheese still, will deploy it, but he's up against so many extra heroes, and they're driving this fight away from the wall. He's going to get disarmed, though he will back off J4, trying to just be a distraction here so that his Dragonite may live. Elisash will survive off in the backside as it'll be 33 out of mana, still in the mix of things. Nisha, though, can chase these heroes down if he so desires. Jump in silence. Ice Blast number 2 coming on in. Will connect only onto J4. They jump in for an Infernal Blade onto Keezer. Will turn around for a Dragon Tail in response. Keezer is going to fall soon. Blink is not available. He'll get surged out, though. Blink it from the Puck, and they will take down the DK. And now the Darkseer. He's tanky as hell as well, but he has no backup. They'll bring him down as well. And Singularity, just in a mess of a melee engagement where everyone is just wailing on each other, will claim a big victory. They lose a tier 3, but look at the gold swing. I think it also cost them a Puck buyback, so factor that in as well. But just in that mosh pit of a fight, not enough damage coming out from the Planet Dog heroes, forcing a double buyback now. That'll keep their base safe. Man, it is so hard to see what's going on when everyone is BKB'd, like in melee range of one another, just wailing. I can't see jack, guys.
Silence.
I think the real takeaway, though, is that Singularity, their Puck, has been playing out of his mind, as has their Tusk. But, I mean, 43 minutes is not Tusk territory. He's still doing a very good job at stalling things out with the Snowball. Landing walrus punches on BKB targets, which is really like the bare minimum what you want to do. But the Puck has been landing coils. Still, I think, like average 3 heroes. He's got that 420 gold per minute talent. He's going to get a fat Dagon. If he's able to keep landing those coils, he's really tough for Planet Dog. And also, you just look at their initiation. Finally, Doom is starting to step up because Planet Dog are presenting just that tower pusher on the front lines with limited backup. So they will have a clean target to Doom. Still, maybe it's not like the best, most consistent target to Doom, but it is someone they can jump on very quickly since, again, they are in the front. Most of these fights, in fact, all of these fights, have been Planet Dog trying to push in and kind of falling short. They can still switch game plans. Just go back into the farm. It's going to be tough, though, since DK at this point does not really have the ability to stay competitive in farm. He will fall behind. He already has fallen behind. I expect him to fall behind the Doom shortly as well. That's why I was saying, like, you kind of need a hand of Midas in this type of game, where if you're not going to end the game within 30 minutes as DK, you kind of have to think about how you're going to farm. Big fan of Maelstrom on the DK. That's also something we don't see all that often. Would have been pretty nice to have just for farm speed. A late game DK is actually terrifying. The thing is that DKs never get to that late game stage, because when it is a late game with a Dragon Knight, he never has enough farm. But when he does, if he has like a Daedalus and an AC and a Mjolnir, like, he does so much damage and he's so hard to kill. Oh, the scan on point. They don't see anyone with the dogs, so they should assume that there's a smoke happening. I think.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Maybe. But again, this change of game state is going to be facilitated by this new item, Ags on the Night Stalker. Together with the gem, they can play the map control game. Just look for random Singularity heroes off on their own. Not working out just yet. But hey, they found a shrine. That looks to me like a free bag of gold. Roshan will be up soon. Exact timing, 12 seconds. I love this button, by the way. It's amazing. It will be a trade for a tower. Man, rewatching the fight now, after the 5-minute delay, when everyone's in melee range hitting each other, it's so hard to tell what's happening. Just BKBs are hitting each other, man. That's about it. Man, Nisha's getting so much gold. Lycan with an MKB on the way. There is evasion on both sides, is there? Yeah, there's a halberd on the Night Stalker. It's kind of nice to have the MKB. I don't think MKB is necessary on the Lycan. You do need an MKB on the DK to deal with the Lycan, but you don't need it the other way around. All eyes will be on Roche. Level 3 Darkness with the Night Stalker having that Ags. A hell of a lot of uptime. Yeah, we could actually take a quick talent check around the board, since it's about that time where people have talents that actually matter. On the H Shepherd, level 18, level 19 on the Tusk. We'll wait till level 20s. Everyone should know the Puck's talents. These are pretty much bread and butter. Milan, caught by the coil, down to half HP. The Puck will jaunt up to the high ground. Milan's still in the middle of the Roche pit, and the Puck is kind of separated. Doom has gone onto the DK, though. He does have BKB up, so I'm not sure if they can focus him down super easily. They will try their best, as Lycan is going to charge in. Ice Blast coming in as well. Will land onto DK. He's going to take so much damage over time there, but Swift Ending, he's not being dealt with. He's going to kill the Doom and try to go for Elisage in the background. It's Katzer in the front, who's also going to be dropped. That's 2 for Planet Dog. Looking for more. Exotic Deer has to run through a wall. That wall doesn't do anything, actually, so he'll just dodge it, but he still is rather tanky. Keezer has to play with the Puck a little bit, but they will focus down Exotic Deer as the Troll finally finds his target, and he will just bash him down. Keezer looking for the Puck. I don't think he can find him. Not going to happen, but they lose 3 and only grab the Bane. And that was Nisha. Oh, careful, bro. Lincoln Sphere. Phase Shift. He's doing his best. He is doing everything he can possibly do to stop this. But dooming and not killing the Dragon Knight, that's a problem. You invest all that time into focusing on DK, you better make sure you kill him off. It's not going to work out this time. Here comes the ice. Here comes the orb. Milan still has that vision. It is darkness because of the, well, darkness. It's darkness because of the darkness. Thanks, Mike. And that is going to be another Aegis for Troll. Another cheese for DK, I assume. Yeah, another cheese for DK. And another push going the way of Singularity. Now, if Planet Dog end up losing this, they did previously use buybacks on Troll and on the Night Stalker, I believe. Cooling down soon. Puck doing his best. Swift ending and say no to that. BKB just push in. No buyback on the Puck either. Losing him will be a disaster, though. We'll take the melee racks. Calmly walk out. Puck not looking to do any Superman stuff over here. We'll just let them go. Wonder what you get as DK. He went for the health talent, level 20. Still, he's okay with his farm state. I would have considered gold per minute. I don't know if he did. Movement speed and armor are both actually incredible here. So, yeah, I'm not really sure what he's going to go for there. Swift ending should be 25 as well. Magic resistance helps him quite a bit up against Singularity. This Puck in particular, obviously, with the fat Dagon. Shapeshift duration with the cooldown reduction. This is all pretty normal stuff. Wolf Summoned is so cool, but it's so bad. It doesn't actually do anything. It's like, hey, 4 wolves. What do the wolves do? Well, they hit for 46 damage. Wow. This game is super close still. Buybacks are starting to cool down. Darkseer Troll. That was Darkseer, not Night Stalker. Darkseer Troll almost have theirs. Ice Blast. Ugh, got him. Take that. That feel when never ags.
I'll take that.
MKB coming up on the DK. Unfortunately, can't really count on cheese as a really backup item because of your matchup up against the Ancient Apparition. So you do have to save for buybacks. So yeah, he can get MKB, but he won't. It'll be really bad if he does, like so bad. You gotta wait for more. How much excess does he have? How much buyback? 1,700. Yeah, he needs another 1,500, something like that, for an MKB. Oof. It's gonna take a while. I think we're not done with the talent check, but you know, for the most part, it's what you would expect. Bane level 18. What does Doom have? Doom DPS. Man, the theory crafting that happened when the people saw Doom can target Devour can target Ancients. Yeah, I mean, the damage is what you want. I think everyone else's 25s and 20s have been pretty much checked over. Because those are the interesting talents, right? You don't really care about the other talents. Here we go. Back in towards the tower. Swift ending. Take a Dagon Blast. Magic resistance talent. Clearly doing very little for him. He does have an Aegis though, so he's confident in his ability to take down the tower and back off safely. That was a 7-second BKB charge. That's pretty expensive for a tower. But still, it's another objective. Claimed rather safely. They'll back off. This DK is going for a very defensive build-up here in the Lincoln Sphere. It's really good up against the Doom. But Dagon 5 has a really low cooldown. It's kind of like a trash spell to throw into that Lincoln's if you want to land a Doom. Cold Feet, obviously the same thing, plus Force Staff, you do that. DK, I mean, he has AC and MKB, so his damage output, especially with the Troll Warlord, Vlad's, and Battle Trance, should be high enough to be adequate. Second Halberd. This Tusk is actually pretty farmed. Got the Lotus going for himself. That is not the right button. What button am I looking for? There we go. Yeah. 10k net worth on Katzer. Not bad at all. Kind of weird this isn't a Solar Crest, though. It's just still Medallion. Thought that would be a pretty high priority. Just, I mean, it's such an easy build-up. Planet Dog. Still with Aegis, still with Cheese. This looks to me like they want to make a fight that forces buybacks and trades. It's not game winning. Oh, jump in for the Doom. Not Echo Shell. Oh, it is Echo Shelled actually. The Doom doomed himself. The coil is great on the background, but that cannot win it by itself. Exotic Deer will go straight for the Troll Warlord. Gets Nightmare, gets saved. The grip on the puck will be canceled. The walls get dropped. Vacuum back in. Slightly delayed, but it doesn't matter. Nisha will fall. Katzer as well. Not looking great. As Exotic Deer is trying to do what he can. He's running back and forth. Not sure whether or not he should be fighting. His shapeshift duration is pretty darn long, though. Milan trying to chase after him. Not going to happen. The Troll Warlord is dropped. They do force out 2 buybacks. And that will be good enough for Planet Dog. That is what they were looking for. They wanted a fight with trades. They wanted to use their Aegis to pull out buybacks. And that is a mission success. But that was also a timely Lotus Orb from Darkseer. Yeah, Darkseer. Reflecting the Doom. Oh, that is devastating. You know, they do lose the Troll Warlord. They keep the Dragonite alive. He gets, I don't think any of the kills. He gets one of those kills. We can see he's actually a relevant damage dealer now that he has that MKB completed. And this is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about, DK. Screw Lincoln Sphere. You don't need that shit. Get damage. That's what's up. Oh, my Planet Dog. Yeah, that was, I mean, a pretty good initiation, all things considered. Shard off to isolate. Jump in on one target who's kind of alone. The only problem is that you're doing it here in particular, where there's an uphill. So you're already at a disadvantage. If that same exact thing happens, like, over here or something like that, where it's all on flat ground, then it probably would have been a lot better for Singularity. Having 2 extra wolves useless? Yes, because you're up against a Night Stalker with a gem. It is very useless. J4 finds Nisha, or who finds who actually? J4, oh my god, he got an item. Guys, stop the press. Hood of Defiance picked up on the Bane. Together with the Veil has a ton of magic to this point. The Night Stalker maybe doesn't have enough. Milan playing some games with the coil, though. Nisha gets his Lincoln Sphere popped. Void, not Crippling Fear used, but he does still have that Yule Scepter. Now the grip onto the Wolf. Damage, where is it? Swift Ending's coming in, a little bit delayed, but still, it will be enough. They take down Elishash in the background with just the DK. Exotic Deer with the right clicks will armor toggle himself out to safety. It looks like they use the Doom, the DK, with his regen, should be able to get up to a decent amount of HP if they want to push in this top lane. Gone for the MS. He is really quick. Do they have any urn charges? There was an urn floating around here. It looks like they got rid of it. Still has a cheese. Keezer. Oh, double damage rune. That's pretty good. Is this shrine live? It is. It's the death of the ancient apparition, but that's not the timing here. The timing is the Doom being down. He's got a shrine up. Juice back up to near full with the double damage rune at the ready. There's no wall here, and wall has been pretty much winning Planet Dog these engagements. Disarm onto the troll. Gotta be very careful here with no BKB. If Swift Ending goes up and gets popped without having that magic immunity, that could be really bad. But Keezer's here now. And look at the damage. Oh my god. Jumping coil onto 2. Will do nothing as Milan does silence up Katzer in the back. Atos is back here. Vacuum onto 3. No follow-up, though. Exotic Deer prepping to go in with the shapeshift. Gotta be careful, though. BKB goes up on the Troll Warlord, though he is disarmed. They're gonna focus down the Dragonite. He does slip out of there, though he does have a wolf on his tail. Can't really kill him, though. No one's dying except for the buildings. That's Rax down 33. Tries to surge himself out. Not gonna happen. He'll get Walrus punched into oblivion. Milan as well has the gem. He will be able to fly up and over. Atos, though, going to give chase. J4 will try his best to save the Dragon Knight, but I don't think he can do anything here. He'll TP out instead. He'll make it out. They lose the Darkseer and the DK, but over in mid, the lane is in full breach. They take down the melee racks. They don't lose anyone else. That would be a nice little win there for Planet Dog. Despite the gold swing, still looking pretty good as they claim these objectives one by one. This game, though, is still on a razor's edge. Going in for a Roche. It's like Planet Dog, unless they want to expend buybacks for this, have got to sack it. I don't think it's worth it. I don't think it's something that they should be doing. Surely they can't contest, right? It's going to be an Aegis cheese for... I don't know, actually. You kind of want to give the cheese to Exotic Deer. Because Aegis on a Lycan is... Nah, yeah. He's gonna grab it anyway. Cheese on on all these heroes is kind of bad. Like, Puck, if he gets disabled, a Cheese isn't gonna help him because he's just dead. You just have to not get disabled first thing. But they have what they need to make another push. This time from Singularity. No tier 2s are available. They can go for tier 3s, just try to take some shrines out. You can see these late game shrines actually being quite nice. I mean, if they didn't have this shrine, no chance that that push was going to happen. Nisha, careful, careful. The gem is in the back with a sheep stick on the Night Stalker. And that is huge for so many reasons. Like, obviously, it's a fat item, right? It costs a hell of a lot. It has to be good. Full stop. But you also have now 2 disables that you want to slap on the Puck. One of which will trump the Yule Scepter. And so many ways to get through that Lincoln Sphere. So the Night Stalker just by himself, he could disarm the Puck and then sheep him. Or even use Crippling Fear to get rid of the Lincolns and then sheep. He has a way to cut through that Yule Scepter and the Lincolns. Night Stalker does it all by himself now. Or if you just catch the Lycan, you hex him, and then, yeah, that's good too. He still runs at max movement speed, though. Or, like, wolf movement speed. Even if you do sheep him. Because sometimes, if you're shapeshifted into a wolf, and then you turn into a sheep, you're still pretty quick. Turns out. Catser. Sentries and Obs. It's Night Stalker Darkness, though, so those observers not going to do jack. Especially when they easily die. Oh, Coil onto 3. Where's the follow-up? Not here just yet. They do blink in. The vacuum wall into the back doesn't really do all that much. They're going to try to get focused down onto the Troll Warlord, but he's turning around and shredding Patos. Even through the cheese, this Doom just not doing enough. J4 is taking a lot of the focus, as is the Troll, who's finally going to go down. The cheese does quite a bit for the Doom as far as wasting time is concerned, and everyone else on Planet Dog starting to fall. The DK and the Troll, and now Milan last. It's a full team wipe in favor of Singularity. The Troll swinging the entire time, as did the DK, but just not enough damage output to cut through an Aegis and Cheese, which actually wasn't even used. They were focusing the Doom the entire time. I'm not sure about that Yule Scepter, but they kind of got baited. They just couldn't kill him fast enough. They will have buybacks on all the heroes that matter. Singularity win a huge team fight and have a chance to force some buybacks of their own. Now for Planet Dog, losing some racks is not a big deal. They can afford to lose 1-2 sets and still be very competitive in this game. DK will buy out though. He has to be very careful. If he goes up to the front lines here, he can go down in a hurry. He has no Dragon Form either, so he can't really poke. There will be triple buybacks. And the racks are pretty much forfeit. Swift Ending will come in, save the range, I guess. That is so expensive. Lose triple buybacks. I don't think those buybacks were a good call. I mean, you're going to lose racks on top. You buy back when the enemy starts to go for the second set. Or the tier 4s. But since tier 3 is down, I mentioned before, shrines will fall. I still actually have no idea who's going to win this game. The Singularity side are starting to pull ahead in net worth. But keep in mind that that is very largely inflated by the Puck, who has like all the net worth in the world, but can't really have contributions that are reflected by 32k net worth. Lycan is pretty darn swole as well, has moon shards already consumed. Has no boots actually, opted for the Aegis instead. He's gonna start moon sharding his allies. He's pretty much done. Troll doesn't have the moon shards just yet. Singularity. They're looking for a death blow here if they win 1T. Oh, they forced that Exotic in. The coil is going to be there. Can they focus down this Lycan in time? The wall goes down, and it's a good one this time. He is still alive. He does have the Aegis, though he will quickly lose it, as will Patos lose his first life. Or his only life, rather. The Doom does go onto the Troll Warlord, but he is not going to focus down this time. Exotic Deer is back from the dead. BKB and Shapeshift both popped, but can't really do anything with it. And now is going to get shot by so many towers. Oh my god. There's no chase here. Blink forward on the DK is not going to catch up to a Lycan who's shapeshifted. And that will be Planet Dog with a staunch defense. Singularity biting off a little bit more than they can chew. And just like that, this lead is going to dip down in a little bit. We'll wait for that update. It only costs them a handful of heroes. Wait, did someone buy back? Yeah, Patos bought back. Ooh, that's expensive. Doom still has a super long ways to go before he's fully 6 slotted. So that gold hit is going to sting. But crucially for Planet Dog, that Force Staff was sick. I don't know who actually did it. Well, I know who did it actually. It was 33 because he's the only one with the Force Staff. The mystery has been solved. Pulling the Lycan into a bad position, at the same time having a wall in a relevant position, which in the fight before, in this area, the fight was here and the wall was here, so like that didn't do anything. Wall at this point is like one of the most important spells. It is the most important spell? Nah, it's one of them. It's a spell that naturally scales into the late game. And granted, Puck illusions, Lycan illusions aren't exactly super terrifying. They are more deadly against stat stackers. You gotta keep that in mind as well if you're Singularity. They don't want to stack stats because that goes into the illusions. They also would like to avoid auras if at all possible. Like, you get an AC aura if you're gonna make an illusion of the Lycan. It doesn't really matter since they already have an AC, but, you know. You gotta keep that in mind. Perhaps that's why we see Puck with no Shivas. Although, I mean, I'm pretty sure he's happy with what he has right now. No Shivas. Oh no. Buybacks? What are we looking at? Still 4 minutes for pretty much everyone in the Dire, so that's why we see them not poking outside their base. They know that if they lose these heroes buybacks one more time, it's just game over. And Singularity know that they win if they are able to take them down. Swift ending. Going to be charged in on, but Katzer is kind of all alone here. He is going to Echo Shell himself, which will silence the Night Stalker. And very, very restrained play once again from Planet Dog. Nice save on the Tusk. But for Planet Dog, they just chill in their base for 3 minutes. Now that is going to be 3 minutes where Singularity are able to farm wherever they want, for however long they want. What is this net worth looking like? Yep. Pretty big dip down. Dogs have slight EXP lead, which I don't think is relevant right now. Does the AA have an item? 4K? What do you get if you're an AA with 4K? You save for buyback, because you need the Ice Blast in the fight. You don't Glimmer, I don't think. It's just not good enough against a very physical team with Night Stalker. You probably try to get another Halberd or a Solar Crest or one of those type of items. Is there a Vlad's? A Vlad's will be kind of nice for the team. You just probably try to go for auras. You could also try to go for Ags. I'm not sure if that's going to do enough, though. The fights are over pretty quickly. Smoke round 2. Singularity once again looking for a death blow push. Pick out any of these heroes on top here, and you have yourself a 1 game, unless it costs you like your entire team, which is very possible. Are they going to do the exact same thing going through top? I tell ya, this is going to be unexpected at the very least. We'll do the exact same play and surprise them with our decision. They are trying to do it. Dire scan though, and if you scan your own base and it turns up red, then I think it's pretty obvious what's happening. So they'll fall back. Bottom lane's pushing anyway. Gotta deal with that. And it looks like Planet Dog have, for the most part, gone through the worst of those buyback timers. Yule Scepter on the AA. That's a good one as well. Like Heaven's Halberd, it just takes a hero out of the fight. It doesn't do anything versus the BKB, obviously, but what it does do is protect you up against the Night Stalker. Get rid of that crippling fear on yourself. So that's kind of nice. It also is a self combo with the Cold Feet. I don't know if that's going to be relevant, but a nice setup from a hero that otherwise wouldn't have any. Might just swing the game if it lands. Yeah, again, it's a big if. It's a big if. Yeah, we're starting to get to the point in the game where the cores farm doesn't matter. It's all about the supports farm. It's all about positioning. It's all about vision. And I think Night Stalker with Ags and a gem is pretty good with vision. 8 seconds Crippling Fear cooldown, 4 seconds. Crippling Fear, guys, is ridiculously broken. In case you guys didn't know. I mean, get the silence for 8 seconds. Or 50% mischance. And you're golden. Oh, wait, yeah, mischance on Crippling Fear. That's my bad, guys. Mentioned earlier, MKB on the Lightning not needed. He needs that True Strike. There's no evasion, but there's mischance on Milan. He's gonna see what's going on. Jump in, coil once again on the back on everyone. Paddle's gonna jump in, but gets instantly bashed. Oh no, Doom's gonna be super late. The wall goes in right in the middle, and the Troll Warlord just swinging for all his worth. Will get picked off finally by the puck. Will have buyback soon enough. The Dragon Knight, he's doing so much damage though. They're still fighting in the wall. 33 ends up on the high ground. Catcher though, well, it will affect the Dragon Tail. I'm not sure if it's going to be doing enough as Exotic Deer. He's going to try to chase after Milan. I don't know if he can get this kill. Gets baited by the Invis. Now going to focus down onto Keezer. Snowball back in. He will get dropped. And Milan and J4, both in a lot of trouble, will all fall. And 33 still on the high ground. Do they know about it? They got to know something because of the Ion Shell, but they're not going to chase after him. A massive coil by the puck again. It's Ags, so you can't really do anything about it. And all the focus going towards the Doom. Not enough focus towards this Lycan. Planet Dog, their Troll Warlord, as tanky as he is with this build, just not able to survive, even with that first hit bash on the Doom. Not gonna do enough. Top is definitely forfeit. You cannot save it. Mid lane is the next series of defense. They'll buy out on the DK on the Night Stalker. That skeleton crew will push Singularity back. And with the Roche respawning, that should be, or Roche up already, that should be enough time for Planet Dog to just wait naturally for the respawns of the Troll and Bane. So they will have it for the next fight. But it's going to be a fight going up against Aegis and Cheese. Puck has a fed Hyperstone, or Moonshard rather. Does Doom have one? No, not yet. Aegis Cheese to the upteenth time. Is this like Roche 6 or 7? There's no way to tell, I don't think, but it's a very advanced level Roche. Everyone on Planet Dog fell. I'm not really sure if Bloodthorn is the item. Like, there's so much magic immunity in Lincoln Spheres and the Lotus Orbs. It doesn't seem like it's going to be as consistent damage-wise as a Daedalus. And obviously what's done is done, but I don't know. It's really not about that. It's about whether or not a Sheepstick lands on a Puck, or if Puck's able to land still more 3-man coils. Like, what's the worst coil we've seen in this game? Pretty much none. They've all been perfect. I think this game, Singularity, are playing better with a worse draft. I said it before. I'll say it again. They are playing fantastic. But they just don't have all the right tools, it seems. Now Planet Dog with the 3 buybacks used before. Once again, bottled up in their base. Facing up against a 20k gold deficit. Still far, far, far from out of this game. We're going to go for a new record, guys. Nisha is just cheesing out right now. Unfortunately, he's picking off, he's shooting Dagon at the Bane with literal 50% magic resist because of base, hood, and glimmer. Exotic Deer is going to say, screw that. Oh, gets forced after one more time. No follow-up. Gotta watch out for that 3-man coil. He's going to shape shift. He's going to focus down on the racks. Fortification will push him back. Take down another tower. It's something. But shapeshift lasts for a very long time. It's kind of being wasted in duration for right now. Lon sees all. Will disarm the wolf. It is daytime. For a long time, actually. This is a really good timing for Singularity. YOLO fight in, knowing that you have the buyback advantage, knowing that Night Stalker is just a Daywalker. Nisha. Every single time he does that, it's just a little bit of a scout. Just a little bit of a read to see what's going on here. Swift ending, Lincoln Sphere will block a Dagon, Exotic Tier, Force Staff back in one more time. Coil lands onto 2 heroes. They doom the DK in the backline. That's the perfect doom from Patos. And that is going to set things off on the right foot, though they will lose the Lycan's first life. They will still focus down on the objectives. Patos being focused down now as the wall drops onto 4. It's perfect from 33, but is it going to be good enough? The Doom and the Ancient Apparition both very weak, but it's Swift Ending and Keizer both very, very healthy as well. They'll find the Tusk with the Dragon Tail, try to focus him down. Sheepstick off to the side, gets the puck killed off, and Katsor, I think he's going down as well with the Ion Shell on his tail. He'll try to snowball his way to freedom. Not going to happen. They burn him with the Ion, and that is going to be Planet Dog holding strong with no buybacks being expended, despite having a Doom land on the Dragonite before he's able to shapeshift into his own ultimate transformation. It is still going to be 33 to carry that fight for Planet Dog. The focus fire just wasn't there that time on Singularity, because the first thing that happened, pretty much the first thing, was that Lycan died. And yes, he did have an Aegis, but that was time 5 seconds, right? Where he was not actively hitting people. And in that 5 seconds, everyone from Planet Dog, they were actively hitting people. Just that small damage swing was enough to turn things in their favor in a big way. Already 1 buyback as Nisha is going to get right back onto the map. Top lane is in full breach. There is a random Swift Ending Illusion tasked with defending. I believe in you, Illusion. It's tanking a lot, I guess. These are super creeps, super melee creeps on the dire side, so that's kind of nice. But Planet Dog, I like this restraint. They're not going to YOLO push in. They're not going to look for a numbers advantage, try to force out more buyback from the Tusk and the AA, because really that doesn't matter. What matters is if they lose their DK or Night Stalker, then it's just game over, because they don't have buyback. They have to wait those timers out. There are no other options, and still there's a sweet spot, 4 minutes, where they will have buyback on those heroes, and the puck will not have buyback. So that's another opportunity now for Planet Dog to get back on the map. This is still the closest game. I haven't seen all the main qualifier games. I'm gonna say that this is the closest game out of all the main qualifiers so far. I don't know. I'm just going to put that out there. There's a chance. There's a very, very high chance. Moon Shards, Travels 2. Travels 2 isn't even good. Like, Moon Shards is what you want to do right now, I think. Because, like, what are you actually going to be traveling to? Nothing, really. Like, you're going to do it eventually if you're the troll, but there's no real reason to. You could replace S and Y with something. You gotta have buyback, though. Buyback's like 2k gold, 2.1. New item on the Bane, PogChamp. I don't know how Bane was able to get any gold during this game. He has movement speed, though. That feel when no super brain set. Either lens, I don't think is gonna make a huge difference. Seems like his positioning was just... I mean, maybe he will be able to get better positioning because he has this, but for the most part, it hasn't really been all that great. Oh, Patos traveling with the Lycan on himself. 33 does not get a clean initiation chance right now. He's just going to jump right in. A Lotus Orb on the Lycan. Noctis him versus a lot of damage. Vacuum back onto Patos, focusing him down first. They'll lose the Doom. He's immediately going to be forced to buy back in the backline. They hex up the DK and shred him to bits. Swift Ending, though, is still alive and kicking, able to do a lot of damage. Nisha jumps in with the BKB on himself, trying to focus down onto 33. Swift Ending struggling to find a target to actually hit. Will hit with the snowball, looking after Katsur right now, but has to back off. Cold Feet on him will prompt the retreat. Doom did buy back for this, so he definitely wants something here, but I'm not really sure if there's anything to get. Swift Ending and 33 both on their way out. Dagon Blast to the tail end of it. In the meantime, it is still Milan fighting up against Elisash in the most awkward exchange of all time. Fly away, bro. Fly away. Run, Milan. I believe in you. Sheepum. Run. Yes. This is the escape of the century right here. Oh, shards. Oh, so close. By the way, how did the creeps get behind this tower? Someone must have dragged it there. Tower's in trouble. DK to fall. But the ultimate result, the results that matter, is Doom bought back, and DK may not have to buy back. Now, if he is somehow forced out to buy back again, then it will be kind of even. But 50 seconds, and I don't believe Singularity can get into a position where they're threatening the Planet Dog base in 50 seconds. So I think that trade may have gone very well for Planet Dog. Oh my dog. I'm gonna poll the chat right now. Press 1 if you think Singularity have this. Press 2 for Planet Dog. I have no freaking clue, man. This is actually like a 50-50 split right now. Toss a coin up, and there's your answer. They're in position. 18 seconds left. DK really doesn't want to pull this trigger right now, but he may have to. Exotic Deer does have a Lotus on himself with BKB. J4 does have the grip that cuts through BKB, but will not do Jack versus a Lotus. So they will walk in, take a tower, do a little bit of damage to the melee racks, but that is the one that regenerates. So, and oh, Sash, what are you doing there, bro? Why are you there? He's dead. Katzer is not in a great spot either. Nisha gonna jump in, try to intimidate them back, but that's kind of just a bluff. Katzer is on the run, has a 4-staff, he's got to get over the trees. Oh, he's sheeped up, can't get over unless somehow he survives all of this right-click damage. No, he'll die as well. That's 2 heroes down. Roshan, 2 minutes left. Timing's not working out very well here for Planet Dog, but still they have a 5v3 on their hands. Now's the time to push in and see if they can get a cheese pick. Again, pick off the Puck or the Doom, and odds are Planet Dog win the game. Or force out a buyback on the Troll, on the Tusk rather. Tusk and or AA, and you're also in a very advantageous position. They're still smoked up. They're looking for their target. They need to land a grip or a nightmare. They gotta burn through. No more Lincoln Sphere actually. It's not on the hero. Oil drops onto 2. Jump in. Teaser. They found a sheep stick onto the Puck. Force staff out. Can they actually focus him down? No, the Lycan's gonna give so much space to that Puck. Though already the buybacks have been used on both of the supports, and they've isolated Milan. Can they bring him down with the vacuum wall? He will go down in the end, and it's the Bane as well off to the side to fall. That's 2 supports swing. As the 2 supports of Singularity buy out. Get 2 supports on the other end, who may be forced to buy out as well. Not a single casualty for the Singularity side. We are getting to the nitty-gritty right now. This time, Singularity are in a position where they can get into a threatening spot. Where the hell are these guys going? Chasing after an Ancient Apparition. Okay. So I think Night Stalker and Bane's buybacks need to be used here. Singularity are really feeling themselves right now. But again, their heroes just use buybacks, so if they lose a fight, that could just be it. They will be forced to once again retreat. This is game 2 out of 5 on the day, guys, just so you know. We are going to be so far behind schedule, it's not even funny. Thankfully, I'm not an admin, so that doesn't affect me. Like, I don't care. But I'm pretty sure, like, one of these 2 teams has to be playing someone else, and that team is just waiting for this game to end. Unfortunate. It's all about being careful. I'm kind of surprised how much damage this Lycan is actually doing versus this DK. This DK has obviously Dragon Blood, but you've got the AC as well. Yet still, the Lycan just munching through him like nothing. Nothing really much else you could do as a DK to kind of prevent that. I feel like he needs to have some offensive items. Satanic would be the item that he would get if he wants to kind of counteract that, but I think at that point they just ignore him. Sean will fall mighty quick. Singularity are coming in. Gotta watch out for that Puck initiation. Full vision given to them by the Wolves, and the coil lands onto everyone. Here comes the Ice Blast onto 3 as well. They will start focusing him down with the wall. It's gonna turn around in favor of Planet Dog, I think. It's an even trade so far. Where is Swift ending? He's in the middle of everything, just looking for targets. Katzer is trying to focus down onto the Troll Warlord. Force Staff out is gonna keep him safe. Exotic Deer, though, hit with a stun. Swift ending can't finish the deal. Where the hell did the Lycan go? I have no idea. He's still in the middle here. Got pulled in by a snowball, and it will be Katzer instead to fall. I think that was a buyback, right? That was a buyback on the DK. Swift ending, and Keyser, I think, may have done it. Once again, it's these walls that are winning Planet Dog these fights. What you see is what you get. Only Puck and Lycan versus the world. And Swift Ending has had enough of this BS. He's going straight for the jugular. Sheepstick, just trying to stall. Is there a Elder Dragon form? Oh no, they're on top of the Puck. He's stunned. He has the Aegis, but he will immediately lose it. Here comes Exotic Deer, but he cannot go into this many heroes. It's just not feasible, especially when there's a Nightmare on the bin. They can just put him to sleep and ignore him. BKB is up. There is no grip here. Swift Ending, though, gonna 1v1 Exotic Deer with the bashes. He's gonna come out massively ahead. Coil lands again onto everyone, but there's no damage follow-up. I don't think Singularity have enough gas in the tank right now. They can't do enough damage to these heroes. They're gonna lift up the Troll War. They're gonna try to go right back in, but Exotic Deer, he's put to sleep. Sleep, little doggy. They're gonna focus down the Ancient. That's gotta be it. That's GG. Oh my god, that one team fight. Despite a 4-man coil, despite a 4-man Ice Blast, the 4-man wall turnaround, and the lack of focus on the Troll Warlord is gonna put Planet Dog into a winning position. Singularity put it all on the line. They have to. I mean, if they go up against another Aegis Cheese, I don't know how they win. I don't know how they fight. They'll have to pull out another miracle, but oh my god. Guys, this was quite the game. 51-50. Super close kill score. Super close net worth. Not really. Never mind. But, yeah, I mean, you guys saw the game. I saw the game. And that is going to be that. Singularity will be 2-1. Planet Dog, I believe, also 2-1. Let me do a quick check right now. 2-1. I don't know if it's been updated. Where is Singularity? Oh, they're right there. Yeah, it hasn't been updated yet. So I think P-Dog are 3-1? I'm not sure. But the next match is going to not involve either of these two teams on either of these two streams. So that's kind of lucky, I suppose, for the admins. We got Penta, who we saw earlier lose to Mouse, going up against 4 Protect 5. Was supposed to start 15 minutes ago. I'm sure they'll wait a little bit, but guys, it's been an absolute pleasure bringing you these games. Still have 3 more to go on the day. Stick around. If you guys enjoy the casting, you can hit me up at Mike Loris. I'm gonna get some more water, go to the bathroom, and I'll be right back for the next game. Don't go anywhere.